This week on Machinery Pete TV. Oh, what a sight! Sullivan Auctioneers' massive classic car auction features some dream machines, and it doesn't get better than this '68 Shelby GT500. A Farmall field find brings back great memories. And Pete looks back at a 2014 sale of a D21 that people still talk about.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers, a big iron company. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit sullivanauctioneers.com. No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see for yourself. Protect Systems, it's what professionals choose to clean, polish, and protect their equipment. Protect Systems products are easy to use and provide consistent professional results every time. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America. Hey folks, welcome to Machinery Pete TV. This week coming to you from Carthage, Illinois. Came down here to visit our great friends at Sullivan Auctioneers. Now, we've watched the guys sell farm machinery for years. They do a fantastic job, but this is something different. This is their two-day no-reserve classic vehicle auction. And this thing has grown exponentially over the past 16 years, folks. And I tell you what, when we go inside their amazing facility here, we are gonna see some cool stuff. But first, it's time for Share Your Legacy, brought to you by Big Iron Auctions.
This week, we visit the state of Kansas, where a German stowaway began farming over 100 years ago.
My great-grandfather was a stowaway on a ship and from Germany, and he ended up at Randolph, Kansas. And my grandfather, he came west and ended up out here 10 miles west of Liberal in about 1910, and we've been here ever since. This is a picture of my great-grandfather that started the Wetstein in America. He was born in 1831, Peter Wetstein. When I was 15 years old was, I guess technically when I started farming, my farming operation. And then I farmed with my dad and my brother. They had land. I got married in 1966. And my wife and I bought 400 acres where we're living now, and then we just continually progressed from there.
When Wayne was called to serve in the military during the Vietnam years, Ruthie took over the farm and ranching duties the best way she knew how.
When he got drafted, we thought, oh gosh. He drove off and left me with about 35 head of cows to take care of. Had to haul water, there was no water there. Make sure the fence was hot. And we had the wheat crop to cut. The banker and I, we just went for it, and we did a good job, I guess. Sold it for the highest that it's been forever. And
it's one of them things that she was very good at that, and a little bit of luck, but she raised one of the best wheat crops on the summer irrigated ground that we'd ever had. And the banker said that she needed to do the marketing because she sold it at the highest price it was that summer. Then I come back and screwed up her organization. Yes, I'm very proud to be a farmer. The big cities is a nice place to go visit, but when I come home, I'm home here and on the farm. And between the good Lord and the land, it's taking good care of us.
For over 40 years, Big Iron has been America's trusted name in auctions. From farm equipment to real estate, to livestock and classic cars, we offer full service support to all of our sellers. In 2022, Big Iron acquired Sullivan Auctioneers in an effort to elevate the level of service provided to our customers. Both companies sharing similar small town origins, our stories begin the same. Combined, our over 80 years of experience has established best practices to better serve our customers in the online auction space. With our large online selection of equipment, engaged bidder base, and full service approach, we take pride in consistently exceeding our customers' expectations. Big Iron Auctions and Sullivan Auctioneers. Truly, we are better together.
I'm here with John Witter. You have quite a new solution that is going to have a lot of interest, I think, from the farm side and the dealer side.
The system allows us to restore paint back to or better than factory new condition, and most importantly, we can seal and protect that paint so that we do not have to polish it again. The product bonds to the paint and just wipes off with a beautiful finish and shine.
The difference in that's amazing.
It's pretty easy to see which side you'd like, right?
Yeah.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-3960. That's 1-800-263-3960 or go to vacutrim.com.
Is your closet cramped and cluttered? Well, now there's Space Triangles, the clever new hanging device that fits over any hanger to save you closet space in seconds. And now may be your last chance to get them for a low price. Now you can vertically hang multiple items, guaranteeing that you'll have up to 70% more space in your closet. Your closet can go from messy to marvelous in no time with ease. The ingenious slip-over design secures the hangers vertically. It snugly fits all types of hangers to save you space. Order now to get an 18-piece set of Space Triangles for just $9.99. But wait, due to rising costs and supply chain shortages, this may be your last chance to get Space Triangles at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 closet pack per order while supplies last. Once they're gone forever. Order now.
Call 1-800-942-5170. Call or visit spacetriangles.com. So call 1-800-942-5170 now.
Hey folks, I'm smiling because I am in Carthage, Illinois at Sullivan Auctioneers. Amazing facility here with Craig Hoyer, sales manager, Sullivan Auctioneers, on this fantastic collector vehicle auction. And Craig, right as we walk in here, boy, you've got some headliners on the sale, leading off with this Shelby right here. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, it's a 1968 Shelby GT500, all original. It's had a one owner for 46 years, and it is just about as perfect as you can get.
And the Shelbys, I mean, they have been, hotter than hot for quite some time.
Ever since Gone in 60 Seconds, I think.
There you go.
They've been hot since then.
And the color on this thing, man, beautiful.
I believe they call that Highland Green.
Highland Green, that sounds about right.
Highland Green. It's got a Marty report that goes with it, and this is...
Now that Marty report, car vehicle expert, right?
Car vehicle expert, and he only does Fords, Kevin Marty. But, you know, when he breaks it all down, it shows that this was one of one that made it to the Midwest.
Wow. And this thing, yeah, this thing could be headed, I know you guys have kind of a Hall of Fame, your pictures of vehicles sold over $100,000 on your auctions here. You might be destined to be heading up on the wall, huh?
I think for sure it'll be destined for the wall.
So what do we got here now?
This is a 63 Chevy Corvette split window, and this one is fuel injected.
Ooh, so the fuel injected split window. How rare is this combination?
It's a rare combination, a very desirable combination.
What is it about that split window? That was kind of initially kind of a mistake, or?
It was a 1 year only, and you know, if you're in the driver's seat and you're looking out the back, it's kind of hard to see with a great big post down the center.
Right. But at this point now, because it's that rare.
Because it's rare and a little dangerous, you know, it just makes it that much more valuable.
Speaking of dangerous, man, that looks like you could have some dangerous fun in that thing, in a good way.
You could have some dangerous fun in that.
Wow. Well, folks, I'm here with Joe Sullivan with Sullivan Auctioneers. And Joe, I've been wanting to do this special episode of Machinery Pete TV for so long to focus on your collector car memorabilia auction. I'm glad it finally worked out.
It's awesome that you came down, Greg. It's turned into a big deal. It's a lot of fun, and it gets interest from all over the country and all over the world.
Yeah, this has been amazing how this event has grown, Joe. Walk us through the growth from 06 up till here we are in 2022.
Yeah, in 06, the first sale, I believe we had somewhere around 38, 39, 40 cars total. But we saw that we had, at that point, the biggest crowd we'd ever had on site for a machinery sale or anything else. It just,
now,
there was just such interest.
You correct me if I'm wrong, but so you were a car guy, but did you have one local customer that was sort of telling you, hey, Joe, you guys should do a collector car auction?
Yeah, it's kind of a funny story. There's a fellow there in Hamilton, Illinois, that his father had died, and his father had 4 collector cars, and he tried to get, and he was friends with my brother Jim, and he tried to get Jim to have a classic car auction. Of course, Jim just wanted to sell tractors and combines and land. And so my brother Jim met me in the hallway one day, and he said, you ought to talk to Steve, his dad wants. So I went and talked to him, and he said, my dad has 4 cars, they're nice, we'll sell them no reserve. I've got a couple of buddies that have a car. So I put it online that we were gonna have this huge collector car auction, and had about half a dozen cars.
Okay.
And ended up getting about 40, and it was just a big success.
Now that you said you had a huge crowd that day, your biggest crowd.
We couldn't hold them. I mean, it was just amazing. There were just people from all over the country came to the sale.
Like a light bulb moment, like we got something here.
Yeah. So we started having one every year. It was always typically the first Monday in April.
Okay.
And we had snowstorms and rain and tornadoes and blowing tents down, and we kind of had all the bad weather that you could possibly have. Then we had our last live sale in Quincy, Illinois at the Oakley-Lindsay Convention Center. And that was really nice, and we were planning on being there kind of forever.
Yep.
And then the pandemic hit.
Hey folks, Machinery Pete here, coming at you from Lincoln, Illinois today, here with Dave Opperman, Opperman Farms. And Dave, we got to talk about your brand new shiny cornhead here.
We just took delivery of it not too long ago. Anxious to try it out next fall.
GT 8-row, and I understand you've been running Drago heads for a number of years?
My prior Drago head was 5 years. I ran, probably a little over 5,000 acres with it.
Tell me what you liked running your previous Drago head.
I mean, we greased it and didn't have a lick of problem with it for those 5 years. Couldn't ask for a better performance out of the cornhead.
Is a company, Drago, maybe going that extra mile, responsive to things that you as a farmer need and want out here in the field for harvest?
I think it's good to have people thinking about ways to improve things. I think it's nice that Drago saw that opportunity in the marketplace. There's situations that needed to be improved. When I hear Drago, I think of something that's manufactured correctly. And I know it's been designed from the beginning to the end with the utmost care and satisfaction in mind for the farmer.
I'm a hairdresser, I'm a beauty expert, I'm Ken Pavis. I grew up really insecure. My mom was always there for me and always reminded me and told me that I was enough. I always dressed her up. Today, it's just a little bit different. We received a phone call confirming that my mom had ALS. It really felt like, to me, a death sentence, so we avoided it until now. I'm grateful that it's me that gets to be with her every step of the way. It's so beautiful, my mommy. My mom and I have learned to find happiness in ALS. It makes me realize even more what it could never take away from her. And that's her spirit, her inner beauty, and her strength. And the act of finding and recognizing beauty together is still there. I love you, Mama. Together we can end ALS. Please donate today.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-904-4750. That's 1-800-904-4750 or visit lizardflare.com now.
Hey folks, great pleasure to be joined by my friend Dan Sullivan with Sullivan Auctioneers here. Now Dan, I have to start by asking you about your son Michael.
Oh, thank you for asking.
How is Michael feeling?
He's doing very good. You're always asking about him, Greg, and I appreciate that. He's of course back home. We do go to the Mayo Clinic. We're down now to about every other month. It was pretty much monthly, but the last checkup we were there about 3 weeks ago for 3 days, and getting along good. He's at work now, and if he walked up to you, you'd never know he was sick, and just very, very fortunate. A lot of prayers and a lot of thoughts out there for him.
We're so happy to hear that, Dan, and again, thank you for that event you did, and I think you raised $500,000 for Mayo Clinic Research Leukemia. Everywhere I go, people are asking me about that and about how so it's great to hear Michael's is feeling well.
He's doing great, thank you.
Now, I have to ask you, here we're 2+ years down the road from when the pandemic hit. And Sullivan Auctioneers, you guys pivoted immediately. I give you guys immense credit for making that difficult change, going online only. One, was that hard to leave that behind, or what was that like the 2 years here since the pandemic hit?
I'm a little surprised. I thought I would kind of miss it more, and I guess the reason I love people, I love being on the microphone, but I also know that to compete in today's environment and the changes out there, that you have to make changes. So I think all these changes to online is there's no, I'm not reluctant about it or think, well, we have people do ask us that, Greg, Dan, gosh darn it, I miss it. I miss the camaraderie, the coffee, the donuts, this and that. I get it. I totally get it. And they say, when are you going back? And I kind of hate to break their hearts, but I said, we're not. I mean, why would you? But now, when we go and show the potential person having a retirement sale, you can show them, that the amount of bidders we have, and everybody is able to bid online. Compliment our team that we have, the job they do, taking pictures, the amount of information we put out there, no buyer's premium, and we feel that our prices are, towards the top of the table.
Hey, welcome back to Tractor Tales, folks. This week, we got a story for you on a Farmall Cub that attracts a lot of interest from young tractor enthusiasts.
What we got here is a 1949 Cub that I rescued from a field about 15 years ago. I used to drive one of these when I was in high school working for the city schools with a mower under it, so I had a lot of good memories about Cubs. Put it together, restored it. It was in pretty bad shape. It was way worse shape than anything I'd ever tackled, but turned out good, and had used it, played with it, showed it, used it around here, got a blade for it, and a plow, and that sort of thing, and so it was useful, and I still use it for that kind of stuff here. I saw a guy at a show that had a platform built on the back of his, and he used it just to haul stuff around the show, his lunch basket, and that sort of thing. And that's kind of cool. And I realized that with that platform back there, I could stand on the back of it, and I could reach over a kid, and I could steer it if I had to. I could hit the throttle, I could hit the gear shift, and I could kill it with a kill switch that I mounted behind the seat. So when I take it to shows, I put the platform on it, and we announce tractor driving lessons are open, and kids come over, grandmas, kids, you name it. And I have one solid rule that prevents fights, and that is The kid gets on the seat. If he can set his rear in the seat and take his left foot and push the clutch down all the way, you're qualified. I'll have it running, slow idle, put it in low with the kid's foot all the way down on the clutch, and then say, okay, let up easy, and some do and some don't. But in this thing in low gear, it doesn't matter. I've never been thrown off the back by that. And then let them drive it. They can steer it, they can go anywhere they want to, and I can always grab the steering wheel and adjust it if I have to. I can kill it if they're about to run over grandma, but kids love it. And they'll come back to our show year after year to come back and drive the tractor.
From the maker of Dakota Shine comes the power of foam. Simply foam on, let sit a few minutes, and power wash it off. Cuts your wash time in half and doesn't hurt electrical sensors or controls. Use on your largest, dirtiest equipment or on your late model pickup. Neutralizes and washes away road salts and farm chemicals. Call 888-996-7801 or order online at DakotaAgInnovations.com or visit your local farm store to pick up the power of foam.
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or any other asbestos-related cancer, call now. Asbestos manufacturers sold deadly asbestos materials to thousands of companies, putting workers at risk. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be entitled to a portion of these funds and receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or ever going to court.
For your free legal consultation, call 800-281-7095. That's 800-281-7095. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives, coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. Order right now to get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. We'll even ship them to you free. Get your own NutriBlade knives, the last knives you'll ever buy.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Tell us about this rig, Greg.
It's a 70 Superbird. It's got a numbers matching 440 with a 6-pack, and it is just the epitome of cool.
Yeah, it doesn't get much cooler than this, does it?
No.
This was kind of a headline on some of your flyer materials, and the look of the car from front to back is just outstanding. Is this, now Joe was telling me that when these vehicles came out that, I mean, people were actually driving the kids to school in them and to ball practice, and
you could you know, buy this from the dealership and it'd be your daily driver, and you know, you're going to pick up groceries and you got a great big spoiler on the back. You had to be seen.
Driving around with that big spoiler, man, and Roadrunner there, that yeah, like you say, it just doesn't get any cooler. What year did you say this one was again?
It's a 70, and this this particular car comes with a whole binder full of documentation, and you know, right here it says $439 or $4,939. You could have got this car for
in 1970.
Mm-hmm.
We need that, Craig. We need that time machine to go back to 1970 and buy us some vehicles, don't we?
Buy all the Superbirds you could.
Wow. And what kind of comments do you get from people when they come into the facility here and they start looking at this thing?
Well, You walk in and everyone just stops here. It's a rare car. It's a cool car. I mean, it's over the top, obviously. I mean, you got the front nose piece, the spoiler, the Roadrunner on it.
Roadrunner, yeah.
It
takes me back to Saturday mornings.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, good stuff. And the color, oh.
Yes.
It's fantastic. Well, just about 33 years now, folks, I've been covering auctions, compiling sale prices, and as I look back over the years, I tell you, there's definitely a few sales and special days that stick out in my memory, one of which was June 28th of 2014 in Bedford, Iowa. Now, this was a collector auction for Keen Thummel and our friends at Polk Auction Company out of New Paris, Indiana. Dennis and the crew came over to do the collector auction. And Keen's collection of Alice Chalmers tractors and John Deere vintage tractors, a lot of muscle tractors, was just amazing. And one of the tractors, at least on the Alice Chalmers side of things that day, that people still talk about was the restored D21 that had been converted to a front-wheel drive. And I was there that day shooting a YouTube video, and here's a clip of it. You can watch it sell there. It brought $48,500. I'll never forget the reaction of ringman my friend J.R. Sims as it sold, as they almost got another bid for $49,000 bucks. But that $48,500 is still the record high auction price on a D21. But I tell you, there was another Alice Chalmers tractor on that same auction, June 28th to 14. Here's a picture of it, an Alice 7000 that had been restored, and it brought $23,250, which is still the all-time record high auction price on an Alice 7000, although it almost got caught here recently on the evening of September 8th of 2022 on an auction in Winchester, Indiana by Flesher Brothers Auctioneering and Real Estate. And here's a picture of the tractor. It was a 79 model. Only had 2,648 hours on it, and it sold for $23,000. So just a whisker under the second highest auction price I've ever seen on an Alice 7000. Well, I tell you what, folks, you never know what you might see here on Machinery Pete TV. For example, maybe 3 vintage rare automobiles selling for almost $600,000 total. What fun to get up close and see that 1970 Plymouth Superbird selling for $260,000. Then the 1963 Corvette Coupe split rear window, rare deal there, $170K. And of course that 1968 Shelby coming in at $166. Big thank you to our friends at Sullivan Auctioneers and Joe Sullivan for inviting us down to get an up close look and get the story on this auction and these beautiful machines. And I tell you what, folks, better tune in here next week to Machinery Pete TV. Never know what you might see. Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support. Sullivan Auctioneers, a big iron company. Let our team of professionals show you how to make your auction a success. Visit SullivanAuctioneers.com. No other cornhead works like a Drago or pays you back like one. Visit your Drago dealer and see for yourself. Protect Systems, it's what professionals choose to clean, polish, and protect their equipment. Protect Systems products are easy to use and provide consistent professional results every time. Big Iron Auctions and the Share Your Legacy program, promoting the future of agriculture with amazing legacy stories from across America.